You're 19-0, but we've talked about this in the past. You just never were able to get some fights. And I'm just wondering, as a young fighter, consistency is always the key. How have you been able to stay patient throughout the course of your career, even if you have a long layoff?
I mean, it's hard to, but you figure, I guess, at this particular time, I got no choice but to wait.
Well, look, you're 6'4", and you're a southpaw, and I think that's a scary proposition for people.
Yeah, I mean, not many people that's my height can move the way I move, but that has the attributes that I have. So I pose an immediate threat to any of these fighters.
When you look at your weight class, and I don't know really if we can define you as super middleweight, light heavy, because I know you can go up and down in weight. Where do you classify yourself? Or is it an issue where, hey, wherever they want to put me, whoever they want to stick in front of me, that's the guy I'll fight? Really,
I guess it goes both ways. I consider myself a middleweight right now, but of course I went up and I fought bigger guys at super middleweight as well as like heavyweight. I'm comfortable in any 3 weight classes, but I think I do the most damage at middleweight right now.
Yeah, originally 160. You went as low as 158, correct?
Yeah, that was by mistake though. I think I just trained. I trained a little bit harder, but I made the guy quit in like the 4th round, so that was actually cool.
And I know right now, let's get back to a couple of your fights. I mean, obviously you've won all your fights, your last couple ones by knockout in scintillating fashion. The Obade Say fight, William Johnson. Now, Say came into that one, never suffered a loss, and that was a first-round knockout. And here's the interesting thing for the listening audience who don't know this. So I do a lot of the broadcasts up and down the East Coast on television, on different networks. And I always joked that, hey, I can't wait to call one of Derrick Webster's fights. He was supposed to fight about a year or so ago on the Caputo Smith and Ferrante card. Then another fight that I broadcast he was supposed to fight. It didn't work out. And then I finally get excited, and I'm ready for you. I have all my notes, because you know how I am. I have all my notes. I'm ready. And what happens in that fight?
22 seconds. 22-second knockout.
I blame you.
Hey, listen. You know, I mean, we trained extremely hard for that fight. We went away to camp with Matt Coraball.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting world championship sparring, and I was down there with Andre Durrell as well. So It was like, you know, I was down there training, but I was also a student. And you know, when you come back from camps like that, man, like these guys just don't compare to the work that I was putting in, and it showed true. You know, once that bell sounded off. And
what's funny is when I go back and watch that, you know, I know he threw that. I guess you caught him with a counter right hook and then a left hook combo to the temple. I saw right there because it was tough where the knockout was, a far corner, so my view was a little obstructed. But you switched orthodox and then you hit him with that right hook. At first, when it almost seemed as though it was a delayed reaction, but he took that knee because it was probably the smartest thing to do. And I wasn't sure if he was going to get up. Were you shocked? Because I saw when he got up, you were going to go right after him.
It was, you know, like I wasn't really shocked because there's not many that stands up after I hit him with that right hook. There's not many that can take that. But I mean, when I hit him right before we came out, you know, me and my trainer was saying that since he was shorter, we knew he was going to shoot to my midsection.
Yeah.
And as soon as he did, I mean, like my trainer had me practicing the left hook, right hook. And I took that half step back to give me that space, and I mean, the punches was just right on point. I think I have one of the most underrated. I have one of the best underrated trainers in boxing right now. I mean, Denny, he sees things before they even come, and you know, like even just the footage that I have from my last fight, you know, I can hear him yelling on the outside of the ring to throw certain shots because they were there. Like I mean, I have an amazing trainer. But I mean, I wasn't really shocked at it. I worked hard for that fight. I wish I would have got some rounds, but you know, it happens.
Well, yeah, and I mean, look, Say has that lazy jab, and you were able to capitalize. But let's be honest, it's not like you go in looking for that knockout. You take the win, and sometimes a win like that, people look at it and it raises eyebrows because it is a quote-unquote a dominating win. And I know you signed on with Greg Cohen and D&D and David Price and Doc Nowicki do a great job. And was Say that second fight since you signed on with them, or was that the first fight?
That was my first fight with Greg Cohen.
Okay, all right. So I know Cohen likes to move guys fast, and I know, look, your career hasn't stalled, and it could be a blessing in disguise that you've had to be patient with some fights because now you're really starting to blossom. They like to move their fighters fast. So what's the game plan going forward? I mean, first of all, when can we expect you back in the ring? I mean, is July doable?
July 17th, we're definitely back in the ring. We got some things on the table right now. I want to make sure that everything is inked out before I put it out there. But we should be fighting for the WBA, the WBO, Intercontinental titles.
Oh, okay, excellent. So you're hearing it first right here on the warm-up on 97.3. So that's going to be July 17th in Las Vegas. So it's great because you get...
No. It's going to actually... we're trying to see...
It's not in Vegas.
Well, it was supposed to be, but we're looking to get it at the Sands Casino in Philadelphia.
There you go, local.
Come to the fight. And, it will be the main event on Showbox. So it's exciting.
Excellent. Can I try to pry out of the opponent for you? I would do the boxing fans a disservice. I do the boxing fans if I won't throw out a couple. All right.
I'd rather build up the anticipation. it could be Godzilla. It don't even matter.
You know, I try to get it out of these guys. I try to get it. Yeah. You know.
I give you an A for effort.
I know there was talk though that you would have liked to have fight Cotto, who we're going to see this weekend. And I'm just wondering, you look at that fight, and it's kind of interesting because obviously Cotto has a lot of respect for Gil because he's taller, longer, bigger, and the fact that they want to come at 157 at a catch weight. Again, you have an opponent that you're forcing to lose weight. That's because you respect them. Can you handicap that fight a little bit?
I'm kind of... I really don't know much about Gil, but I'm hoping that Cotto does win the fight. Preferably because I want to fight with Cotto. When I put those two straps around my waist, I would like to get a championship fight with Cotto. So I'm hoping Cotto wins. And
you believe if you put on another dominating performance and if you have a chance for that regional or recognizable belt come July 17th, because let's be honest, a lot of those belts, NABA, NABO, they are affiliated to the WBA, the WBO, the WBC. I know a lot of people think it's jewelry in the closet, jewelry in the drawer, but the bottom line is it's great momentum, and you have to then turn around and you have to defend that belt within 6 months, but it also opens up the doors for other things.
I say I stop Cotto in between 8 to 10 rounds.
One more time?
I say I stop Cotto within 8 to 10 rounds.
So we're looking at a 10-round or possible 12-round fight down the road?
It'll be a 12-round fight, but it won't go the distance.
Okay. You know why I enjoy speaking boxing with you?
What's that?
See how I bring it back down? My voice is a little more soothing now because I'm getting ready to hit with you the combination. Because you're very humble and you're very honest. And you carry yourself a certain way, and it's just a fact. But a lot of people don't know this. You're a Glassboro guy. You grew up in Glassboro. Played basketball. You enjoyed singing. I got to ask you this: or more old school hip hop, R&B? Are we going oldies? What was your special?
I'm about to. My birthday's in a couple of days. I'm turning like 56. Like I got an old soul.
Oh, so we can go Delphonics and the Stylistics.
Yeah, man, I got an old soul. I love the past music. That they told a story. Like when they sung a song or something like that touched you in a certain way. Something that you could say, what, I've been through that. All
right, this is going to be first. Now, can you follow me on this right now? If I just start to go like this, bum 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 bum, how can I forget? Now you take it.
I knew that was coming.
Come on. You are everything. You're killing me, man. I put you on the spot. This is like the 10th round. This is grind it out time. Mouthpiece is hanging out. You're tired. You got to find it within yourself. See, you didn't know that. John should have told you that before you came on the air.
This is the 10th round, so I mean, if this is the 10th round, you know, that's the strongest round. So I would go, baby, can you stop the rain from falling? Won't you chase my clouds away? I'll give anything to see the sun again. Only you can stop these tears from falling. That's all they need. That's all they need. That's all they need.
Oh, I'll tell you what. You know what? You are a good sport, because most people on the other line would be like, is this interview done? Hey, listen, before I let you get out of here, I do appreciate it. As always, exactly, it's a round of applause for you because that's just solid stuff. We always talk about consistency, especially moving along a young fighter. And we know, you just said your birthday's right around the corner, so you're going to be 32, 33 years of age, and you're hitting your prime, you're hitting your peak. Is there a sense of urgency in your mind where, okay, it's got to happen 2015? You fought on some big stage as well, and you're going to come back on smaller venue July 17th in Pennsylvania with a opponent to be named, certainly soon, we hope. But is there a sense of urgency where, hey, time's not my friend right now? I got to get in there. I got to get the rounds in. I got to start moving. I got to start facing some hot prospects, some title contending guys.
Not at all. Not at all. And I say that because, look at Bernard Hopkins. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't start really making a lot of noise and making the money he was making until he was later on in his career. I started boxing when I was 24, never took a beating. I'm not out here drinking, drugging, and clubbing. I take care of my body. And if you put me next to any of these, like, 17, 18-year-old kids, my speed speed still exceeds theirs. Reaction time still exceeds theirs. Yeah. I'm young in this game, so, like, the age to me, like, if you look at me, can't nobody ever in their life even think that I'm past 25. My body's very young. I take very, very good care of myself. You know what I mean? Like, so, I would love for people to think that, like, well, he's 33, so this is the time to get him, because that'll be the worst mistake they can make.
Yeah. And look, one of your best attributes, you're right, it is the hand speed, the reaction time, the combinations. You go back and you do film on, like, a Zab Judah in his prime. Again, different body type, so to speak, but with the jab and the speed, certainly similarities. Before I let you get out of here, if you want to promote anything, social media, Twitter, if you have Facebook, website, if you want to draw some more fans or first-time listeners who enjoyed your singing ability but yet to see you in the ring, they might want to give you a follow. Go ahead. Yeah, definitely. They can follow me on Instagram at Derrick Webster. The same thing on Facebook, Derrick Webster's, and the same thing on Twitter, Derrick Webster. I follow back. I answer inboxes. As long as there's no crazy stuff. I'm not for no foolishness. I'm not looking for no unacceptable attention. But I love my fans. Right. I love the people that support me. And positive people. I'm here to really make a statement. When I hear people when people think of southpaws, I want them to think about Derrick Webster. I consider myself to be the best southpaw in boxing today, and that's how I want to be remembered. So I have a great team around me. D&D management, Greg Cohn Promotions. We're definitely here to make a big statement, and I'm here to take over as I see fit. Hey, listen, if the boxing thing doesn't work out, you can fall back on the music. We can take the show on the road. It can be the singing broadcaster and the singing boxer. So you'll be the first person I call. Hey, Derrick, appreciate the time. Very gracious to join us. I know we'll talk before that July 17th fight, but I appreciate a couple moments today. Definitely. Let's do it again. All right, you got it. Be well. Derrick Webster. I'll tell you what, that's a first. That's how it is. See that? How we just come. I'm telling you right now, it reminds me of the days. See, I also used to college DJ too, PG, and we'd also slow this down. Last Dance, Ladies' Choice.
He's right though. You don't hear music like this anymore.
No, it's definitely
now it's curse words. It's racial slurs.
I'm telling you guys out there, if you are a boxing fan, follow this kid. Follow this fighter. He's 19-0. I told PG this. He's going to be a world champ. And he's a real humble kid, and he's a good guy, and obviously he has a great sense of humor on the air. All right. Don't forget, PG and I will come back, and we will talk some NBA Finals. And we'll also open up the phone lines. How do you top that? Don't forget, 1:30, our Sixer Sounder. We'll come back on the other side.